As we've been reporting this year on Brekkie, electronic books are coming. Dozens of devices will soon be in the shops, which means you'll be pondering, what's the difference between one device and another? Which one should you go for? At Christmas, Amazon said that it sold more electronic books than paper books, at least for a day or so anyway. Here in Australia, publishers including Macmillan are renegotiating the prices of these books, releasing these books for the e-publication, realising that paper could be about to decline. Aside from the hardware getting better, the key to success is a standard format for the electronic book. The format that's winning so far is called ePub. And here to explain ePub is our tech guru, Peter Marks. Pete, good morning.
Good morning, Fran.
Now, there's no doubt about it. It's a tactical pleasure to read a book, pick up a book, read it,
Yeah.
feel a paper. It's lovely, tactile, I meant to say. Can electronic books ever measure up to that?
Well, I think they can. I mean, a well-made gadget is also a beautiful thing to behold and to hold in your hand. You know, think of a lovely laptop or a nice iPod or something. Actor Stephen Fry went to the launch of Apple's iPad and he reported that it's a magical object when you actually begin to play with it. It's hard to get an impression just looking at the videos. But books are lovely. The feel, the look of the paper, the ability to flip around. They have some great features. But the iPad's reader, iBook, has a textured paper back look, just the actual look of the paper is a little bit rough.
So the look is there?
Yeah, when you flip the pages, which you do with just by flipping your fingers like you might in a book, they have a beautiful animation of the page turns. So, I mean, I think we can begin to get that sort of effect. I mean, remember, books take up a lot of physical space. My house is completely awash with books. I'm sure yours is too. So the idea that I could carry my whole collection of books with me in just one slim device is really attractive.
I agree with that. I mean, the fact that you could just have your library there is a great thing. Makes it easy to move house and
That's right.
all sorts of things. But in terms of, this great battle that we always do, people are doing it over smartphones now, soon be doing it over the books. We all remember how it went badly wrong with Beta and VHS and people got caught out.
Exactly.
How do we avoid that happening?
Exactly. The format is really important to the success. If we have a fractured marketplace with lots of different proprietary formats that only work on one device, we'll have a real problem. HD DVD and Blu-ray was a really
Another
horrible
problem.
Took years for that to be sorted out. But happily this time it looks like a leader has emerged. It's called ePub. The files are bookname.epub. It's a free and open standard, which is fantastic. It was created by the International Digital Publishing Forum, and it's basically being supported by all of the devices, ironically, except for the Amazon Kindle, who have a proprietary format, but you can convert. So it's not like a PDF where you just see the static page. It's designed so that the text can reflow to suit the size of the display, and it will also reflow around pictures. It supports pictures.
Does that mean when you say reflow, it means if your display is smaller than another one,
Exactly right.
it makes the page match?
Because there's going to be book readers in many different forms. We already have book readers for little tiny phone devices. There's A5 devices, and soon there'll be lots of A4 size devices. So the text will look its best on each of these form factors. Because the standard is open, now it does support digital rights management, you need to be aware of that. What I'm thinking is that when we buy our first ebook reader, we'll buy a bunch of books, but then in 12 months' time, better, nicer, faster, slicker devices will come out, and you'll want to be able to transfer your books from one device to the next device.
And can you do that?
Well, yes, you will be able to. Now, this is the thing, is if the format was closed, we'd be in big trouble. But happily this time, it looks like there's been enough of a lead-up that a format has been basically come to an agreement.
And does it have to be on these readers, or if you've got ePub software, can you read your books on your home computer?
Yep. Look, the software, the one I like is Stanza. It's available for Windows, Mac, Linux, and it's even on iPods and iPhones. It does a nice job. It does all the page animation. I mean, an electronic book reader, of course, gives you some features that you can't get in a book. There's metadata built in there, all about what the book is. You can search, you can flip through the chapters, you can put bookmarks in. So you do get some features that we haven't had before. There are some criticisms of this format, and I think the place where perhaps we'll still go with PDFs or traditional books is the art market, books with very high typography. Wired magazine, where sometimes the typography is so dense that you can barely read it. But look, it's not just for the nerd herd. It's important for everyday consumers that we have a format that is open and standard. So if you are buying a reader, make sure it supports the ePub format, and then your investment in books will be able to be carried forward.
Okay, so ePub is the word to remember, but if you are buying one, how much are we going to be expecting to pay? How much do these things cost?
Well, there's readers at a number of different price points. Apple's really lowered the bar down to $4.99 US with their new one, and I think that's going to drag down the prices all over the place. Amazon has brought their price down. So it's, they're going to be quite affordable.
And it's still, at this point, you can't get all books on them. All new releases don't automatically go electronic,
No,
do
but
they?
I think the market will speak. There are, of course, there's a huge array of free books out of copyright. Project Gutenberg has 20,000 books. Google Books has 1 million books in ePub format.
Okay, it's heading that way. Pete, thanks very much.
Thanks, Fran.
Peter Marks, our tech reviewer.